Hi everybody, this is an experiment because there's a lot of people walking behind me and it makes me really feel weird and really feel nervous. Being at VidCon has been really super fun, but I noticed something on the first day that kind of weirded me out, and it made sense, but it also seemed so stupid. I started filming something on day one, and as I walked through the halls, I got really self-conscious about doing it. Of course, this is totally insane. I'm at VidCon, for crying out loud. There are more cameras and gorilla pods and people walking around talking about themselves and their experience than you're gonna find in any other concentrated place. There are 20,000 people here, all focused on doing the thing that I'm doing right now. But regardless, it feels so weird to walk around and like have this thing in front of you. So yesterday I went to a panel called How to YouTube 101, which is mostly a lot of people who are just starting out and trying to figure out, what do I do and how does this work and what do I need to know? And at one point there was somebody who stood up and said, I want to do this, but I don't feel like I'm the person who should do it, or why would anybody want to watch me, or am I good enough to do this? Nicholas Jenkins, who was running the panel, was quick on it and said like, well, you're clearly good enough to do this. You are good enough. And really emphasizing that idea that it doesn't matter what you think of yourself, you need to just be confident that if you have any perspective at all, that your perspective is important, that your story is important, that your opinions are important, you as a person are important. The crowd erupted into applause because that's really what we all think and what we all feel, that we have this imposter syndrome anytime we do that. And I think that kind of leaks into this feeling when I walk around with my phone and my little lens and my thing where it's like, does that guy think he's cool enough to do this? Look at that guy. Look at him. In his stupid face. There is of course a tremendous irony and hypocrisy when I even start thinking like that, because as a teacher I'm constantly telling my students like, your stories are important, your voice is important, you need to be heard, you need to know how to be heard, and don't back down just because you don't feel like it's okay or because you don't know what to say exactly. Just start saying stuff, start getting it out there, because having a voice and being a part of the conversation is so crucial and so important. And being at VidCon is an interesting place because there are a lot of people on the creator track who are like, I want to turn this into my job, I want to turn it into my career. So a lot of the things that we go to are business focused, they are strategic, they are trying to figure out like the mechanism that will unlock the number of views, the number of subscribers, the number of minutes that people watch so they can quit whatever job they're doing and do this full time. And it's ironic maybe again, because when I go to those sessions, I start thinking again like, is this me? Am I a business person? Am I wanting to do this? Like, it feels so weird. Though it seems almost embarrassing to admit, I think, I think I'm interesting. There's so many people here who want to vlog and they have personality-based channels, and if I'm truly honest, that's a part of what I want, because I want people to validate me and my experience, and maybe that's why it's so hard. Maybe that's why it's so hard to walk around with a camera in front of thousands of people and pretend like it's perfectly normal, because I want people to validate my experience. Maybe I need people to validate my experience and my opinions and my ideas, but sometimes it feels like that won't be enough. In the face of the business and the analytics and everything else, when is being a person enough? When is being yourself enough? And if nothing else, I'm trying to come out of this thinking, I am enough. I am. So is everybody else. And that's what VidCon is great for, reminding you that you're good enough, that I'm good enough, that my ideas are valid, my experience is valid. And so I appreciate VidCon for that. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. It helps validate my experience. Just that. Just thanks. I appreciate it. That was a bad week. That was better.